Hello everyone. Today I'm going to walk you through how to use the UNOMi lip sync plugin in Cinema 4D on a Mac. So let's dive in. So before we get started, we need to make sure the plugin is installed correctly, and here's how you can do it. You can go ahead to the website getunomi.com, and then I'll be downloading the Cinema 4D version for Apple here. So once you've downloaded the file, you're going to want to open up the file to get started with the installation process. I'm just going to continue through all of the options. And you're going to want to go ahead and just restart Cinema 4D to load the plugin. Okay, once Cinema 4D is open, you can go to your extensions and then come down and click on UNOMi Lip Sync. That should open up the plugin window, and you can go ahead into user and log in there. I'm already currently logged in, so it says my status is pro. And I'm just going to go ahead and dock this right here into my layout. Now that my plugin's properly installed, we're going to go ahead and import our model. And so today I'm going to actually go ahead and import a female warrior character here. Now that you've got your character imported into your scene, what you want to do is to create a state for each phoneme listed here on the UNOMi panel. So as you can see, there's one for O, another state for AEI, another for E, another for O, and you get the idea. And you want your character to have a blend shape for each one of those poses. Now, if your character is imported with a pre-rig like mine, as you can see the joints and bones that have come in with the character, it should be fairly simple to go ahead and create a state for each one of those phonemes. First thing I'm going to do is grab my character object here and select the pose morph tag. And that's going to allow us to create different blend shapes for each one of those poses. You're going to want to check points under the mixing tab here and head over into your tag section here. Now this will be your base pose, so we can rename that. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to actually work on this original character here, which was imported with a pose morph, which should help us create each one of those states. So what I'm going to do is scroll all the way down here. I'm going to open up character's mouth. As you can see, her mouth is open. And maybe we're going to go ahead and try to create this state for AEI here. So as the mouth gets open, the next thing we want to do is kind of give her that open mouth there to sort of correspond with that blend shape right there. Now that I'm happy with that, what I can do is right click and come down to current state to object. And now that we have that state, I'll go ahead and just rename this. Now that we have that state, I'm just going to go ahead and rename this object to AEI. Now that my object's been renamed, I can go back to my original object and click on the pose morph tag. And as you can see, we have a base pose here. So I'll just go ahead and add a pose. I'll go ahead and call this AEI just to match the phoneme here. And down here, there is a picker. And if I just go ahead and scale down my window, you'll be able to see it right here. You can go ahead and click on AEI, and now that should be recorded here. So turn back on my original base model. And in the pose morph tag, you can go to animate mode, and now you should have access to this slider here, which blends seamlessly your character from its base pose into the different phoneme states. And now you're going to want to go ahead and repeat the same process for each one of these different mouth poses to correspond with these phonemes in the panel. So as you can see, I've repeated the same process for each different facial pose here. So we have every one that corresponds to all the different mouth states in the UNOMi panel. Additionally, I've repeated the same process for every blend shape in my pose morph tag. Now that this is complete, I'll click on my character model and I'm going to go ahead and click select. That automatically syncs every blend shape to all the different phonemes in the UNOMi panel. We are now ready to begin lip syncing to my audio. I'm going to drag and drop this file into my audio input field right here. Additionally, I'm going to copy and paste a script to match the audio into the script field here. And now one more thing to mention is there is a strength slider here, which is defaulted at 50. And if you go ahead and increase this all the way to 100, the intensity of the mouth poses will actually come out so that you will have more exaggerated facial expressions as the plugin syncs to the audio. And vice versa, if you go all the way down, it will decrease the intensity. I'm going to go ahead and leave my strength value here at 50 and go ahead and click sync. Now I've sped up the video just a bit so that we can go ahead and finish this. And once you see your syncing completed message at the bottom, we're going to play our timeline.
He that outlives this day and comes safe home will stand a tiptoe when this day is named, and rouse him at the name of Crispian.
And that's it. As you can see, it's really simple using UNOMi, so enjoy animating.